redrawn, an invisible link. And I'm terrified to speak, 'cause I'm terrified to think that the hand I used to hold is just the hand I'm gonna shake. And how have you been is the only sound we'll make. We're folding up the maps of the places that we knew, trying to find a version of me that doesn't belong to you. It's a long way down from the heights where we fell to this polite little version of a living hell. How do we go back to friends? Back to the start before the world begins. Back to the coffee and the casual talk before we learned how to run. Back when we just walked. I have to unknow the way you breathe when you're asleep, and bury every promise that we swore we'd always keep. It's a demotion of the heart, a slow and steady bend. God, it's a lonely road going back to being friends. You told a joke tonight and I started to laugh. Then I stopped when I realized I'm only seeing half of the person I loved. Now you're filtered and framed behind a glass wall where the fire's been tamed. I saw you check your phone and I wondered who it was. Then I caught myself aching just because I don't have the right to ask you where you've been since we traded forever for I'll see you then. They say it's mature, they say it's the way to keep the best parts of what we had yesterday. But how do I look at your lips and not remember the taste? How do I look at your life and not feel like a waste? I'm auditioning for a role I never wanted to play in a movie where the color has all turned to gray. How do we go back to friends? Back to the start before the world begins. Back to the coffee and the casual talk before we learn how to run. Back when we just walk. I have to unknow the way you breathe when you're asleep, and bury every promise that we swore we'd always keep. It's a demotion of the heart, a slow and steady bend. God, it's a lonely road going back to being friends. Going back to being friends. So I'll see you next week. Yeah, I'll give you a call. We'll pretend that we're fine. We'll pretend it was small. Just two old friends, nothing left to mend. But I'm still breaking right until the end. Back to friends. Just friends. The porch swing is heavy with the ghost of you, staring at the garden where the purple used to bloom. I found a dusty bottle on the bottom shelf, the kind we said we'd open when we finally found ourselves. Now the label's peeling like the paint on the door. I'm tasting the promise of a life we don't have anymore. Oh, it's elderberry wine and a bitter regret, the kind of sting that hasn't left my spirit yet. It's the sweetness of the summer turned to winter's chill. I'm still waiting for your shadow at the top of the hill. One glass for the memory, two for the pain, drowning in the vintage of a love that died in vain. Elderberry wine, you're still on my mind. The neighbors ask about you, and I tell a silver lie. I say you're chasing sunsets in a different kind of sky. But truth is in the cellar, fermenting in the dark, next to all the letters that I never had the heart to spark. You were the harvest, the fruit on the vine. Now I'm just the leftover, aging past my time. They say time makes it better, they say time makes it sweet, but it just tastes like salt and the smell of the street where I watched you walk away without turning your head. Now I'm drinking the words that we should have both said. Elderberry wine and a bitter regret, the kind of sting that hasn't left my spirit yet. It's the sweetness of the summer turned to winter's chill. I'm still waiting for your shadow at the top of the hill. One glass for the memory, two for the pain, drowning in the vintage of a love that died in vain. Elderberry wine, you're still on my mind. The bottle's almost empty, the sun is going down, just a stain on the glass in this quiet, empty town. Wild elderberry, I'm still waiting for the berry of a love I can't leave behind. Your toothbrush from the porcelain tray. I know the logic, I've heard what they say, that over means over and gone means away. But I bought your favorite coffee at the store today, and I kept the spare key in the hollowed out stone. Not because I'm waiting or feeling just in case the world gets a little too loud and you need a familiar face in the crowd. They call it a habit, they call it a ghost, but I'm guarding the things that I'm missing the most. I'm building a shrine out of maybe a night to keep me company through the middle of the night. Just in case you wake up to the way that a memory kills. Is it hope, or is it a beautiful lie? Is it the way that a sunset refuses to die? Everyone tells me to let go of the rope, but they don't understand that this hurt is my hope. If I stop expecting you to walk through the door, then I have to admit I don't have you anymore.
The mirror in the hallway has been lying to my face. It shows a man who's standing still but falling out of place. I try to fill the hollow with the work and with the wine, trying to be the pillar that could hold us both in line. But the foundation's crumbling, the ceiling's coming down, and I'm just a weary sailor in a dry and dusty town. I've spent a lifetime building walls I thought would keep us safe. Now I'm just a prisoner inside this empty space. 'Cause I'm not the hero that I promised I would be. I'm just a drowning shadow reaching out for what I see. I've been the shoulder for your tears, the anchor in the gale, but the wind has finally caught me and I'm beginning to fail. God, I'm tired of being strong, tired of the lead inside my chest. I'm just a broken engine finally looking for rest. I'm looking for the man I used to see, the one who didn't bleed, but I'm further from the man I was and the man I'll never need. I see your keys upon the counter, your coffee cup is cold. Another day of acting like I'm brave and like I'm bold. But when the lights go down at midnight and the house begins to breathe, I realize that the only soul I'm fooling is my own. I believe I used to have the answers, I used to have the light. Now I'm just a blind man wandering through the middle of the night. The weight of being steady has been my spirit low, and there's nowhere left for all this heavy gravity to go. Shoulder for your tears, the anchor in the gale, but the wind has finally caught me and I'm beginning to fail. God, I'm tired of being strong, tired of the lead inside my chest. I'm just a broken engine, finally looking for a rest. I'm looking for the man I used to see, the one who didn't bleed. But I'm further from the man I was, and the man I'll never need. The man I need. He's a ghost in the hallway. The man I need. He walked away a long time ago. Just a shell, just a name, just a flickering flame. I'm not that man. I'm just me.
searching for the chapters that we never told. You were leaning in close, I was holding my breath. Now I'm staring at a silence that feels like death. The tea's getting bitter on the kitchen tray, like the words we both whispered then threw away. 1 minute the world was a house we both built, the next is just shadows and secrets and guilt. I'm looking at pictures, I'm reading the signs, trying to find truth in between all the lines. My heart is a witness that can't find its tongue to explain how a song ended right as it's sung. Tell me, what was that? Was it a fire or just a match in the rain? Was it a healing or a new kind of pain? Was it a lifetime or a trick of the light? Because I'm still awake in the middle of the night, asking the walls and the ghosts where you sat. If it wasn't love, then what was that? You used it forever like it was a toy, a word you could break just to find a new joy. I memorized the map of the lines on your palm. I trusted your storm because I loved your calm. But you walked out the door with a look in your eye, like you'd never seen me, like I was alive. Now I'm left with the wreckage, the what ifs and whys, underneath the cold weight of these gray empty skies. Was it a lesson I didn't want to learn? Was it a bridge you were waiting to burn? Was that just a station where you chose to wait until you found a train that wasn't running late? It felt so heavy, it felt so real. Now I can't even describe how I feel. Tell me, what was that? Was it a fire or just a match in the rain? Was it a healing or a new kind of pain? Was it a lifetime or a trick of the light? Because I'm still awake in the middle of the night, asking the walls and the ghosts where you sat. If it wasn't love, then what was that? Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was all in my head. Maybe it's just the dust underneath the bed, but my heart is still beating in that hollowed out flat, crying out softly. What was that? What was that? What was that? I'm tracing the outlines of where you used to lay. The ghost of your heartbeat is starting to gray. I reach for your hand in the middle of the night, but the sheets are just cold and the moon's losing light. We used to be thunder, a beautiful roar. Now I'm just a shadow behind a locked door, and I'm fading in the static, losing the frequency of the version of you that once lived inside of me. Your voice is a whisper
words are dissolving like salt in the rain, and I can't quite remember the sound of your name. Did we laugh in the kitchen? Did we dance in the hall? Or was it a fever dream after the fall? 'Cause I'm fading in the static, losing the frequency of the version of you that once lived inside of me. Your voice is a whisper in a winter gale, a flickering candle, ghostly and pale. I'm reaching for signals, but the screen's going white. I'm losing you, darling, to the edge of the night. Just a hum in the wires, a heart out of breath. I'm fading in the static, scared to death. Is there anyone out there? Can you hear the buzz of a man who is broken by the way that it was? I'm tuning the dial, but the signal is gone. I'm standing in darkness, waiting for a dawn that forgot how to break. White noise in my head, everything we said is just snow on the glass. Watching the minutes pass, fading, I'm fading. Can you hear me? I watch the steam rise off your coffee in the dawn. A quiet habit now that everything is gone. You didn't pack the photos or the heavy winter coat, just left a folded paper and a jagged little note. The ink was still wet when you stepped into the rain, leaving me to figure out how to live inside this pain. Now I'm holding on a one-way ticket you didn't mean to leave, to a destination lonesome that I never could conceive. There's no return flight coming, no tracks leading back to us, just the hollow sound of silence and a heart turned into dust. You're 1,000 miles ahead while I'm standing at the gate with a one-way ticket to a love that's far too late. I walked down to the station just to see where you had been. The platform felt like glass beneath the shadow of my sin. The conductor called for boarding, but he didn't say your name. He just looked right through my spirit, like he knew I was to blame. I bought a seat to nowhere, just to feel the floor move fast, trying to outrun the ghost of every summer in our past. But I'm just a lonely stranger in our favorite parts of town. The distance isn't measured in the miles or in the hours. It's the silence in the garden and the dying of the flowers. You didn't mean to leave to a destination lonesome that I never could conceive. There's no return flight coming, no tracks leading back to us. Just the hollow sound of silence and a heart turned into dust. You're 1,000 miles ahead while I'm standing at the gate with a one-way ticket to a love that's far too late. One way, no way back. Just the rhythm of the wheels on a cold iron track. The whistle screaming goodbye, but I'm still whispering please. Falling to the floorboards down upon my knees. A one-way ticket, and I'm the only one left on the train. The fireplace is cold, but the embers haven't died. They're glowing like the secrets that we used to keep inside. I watched you pack the memories in a box beside the door, until the hardwood floor was vacant and I couldn't see you anymore. They say that fire is orange, they say that fire is red, but they haven't seen the color of the final words you said. It's a different kind of fever when the oxygen runs low, and you're left to watch the hardest part of the spirit start to go. Now I'm burning blue at the center of the flame, where the heat is so intense it doesn't even have a name. It's the silent kind of torture, the kind that doesn't smoke, just a heavy, heavy longing that's beginning to make me choke. The red has turned to ashes, the yellow stripped away, leaving nothing but this sapphire ghost to haunt my everyday. Yeah, I'm burning blue, and I'm burning over you. I walked out to the shoreline where the water meets the sky, trying to find a liquid piece to look me in the eye. But even the Atlantic has the color of your stare, a deep and frozen indigo that meets me everywhere. I thought that I'd go numb by now, I thought the ice would set, but the more I try to freeze the heart, the harder it gets yet. It's a chemical reaction to a love that went to waste, leaving nothing but the copper and the salt for me to taste. You can't put out a fire that doesn't show a spark. You can't escape a shadow when you're living in the dark. I'm the pilot light you left on in the house we used to own. Just a steady flickering sadness since I've been here all alone. Turned to ashes, the yellow stripped away, leaving nothing but this sapphire ghost to haunt my everyday. Yeah, I'm burning blue, and I'm burning over you. The hardest part of the fire is the part you cannot see. It's the color of the space between who you were and me. Burning blue, just a low and steady glow in the coldest part of midnight. I'm still letting you go. I still walk right around your side of the bed, like there's a glass wall built of things we never said. The coffee's getting cold in a single morning cup. I keep waiting for the floorboards to tell me you've woken up, but the silence is a weight that I've learned how to wear. A heavy velvet curtain hanging in the air. Your coat is still swinging on the hook by the door, holding the shape of the shoulders I can't lean on anymore. I found a receipt in your pocket from a night in July, back when the stars didn't look like holes in the sky. And now I'm a cartographer, mapping out the gloom of the miles and the inches in this quiet living room. And oh, it's a canyon, it's a deep, dark sea, the space you left behind where us used to be. I'm reaching out my hand through the hollow and the gray, but the air doesn't remember how you used to say my name. It's a ghost in the hallway, it's a hole in my chest, a hollow kind of torture that won't let me rest. I'm living in the echo of a love that lost its mind, trying to breathe in the space you left behind. I tried to move the chair, I tried to paint the wall, but the shadows of your memory are 20 cubits tall. Every song on the radio has a jagged little edge, pushing me closer to the crumbling ledge. The clock on the mantle has a stutter in its beat, like it's tired of watching me admit my defeat. And oh, it's a canyon, it's a deep, dark sea, the space you left behind where us used to be. I'm reaching out my hand through the hollow and the gray, but the air doesn't remember how you used to say my name. It's a ghost in the hallway, it's a hole in my chest, a hollow kind of torture that won't let me rest. I'm living in the echo of a love that lost its mind, trying to breathe in the space you left behind. They say time is a healer, that the margins will close, but the garden is dying beneath the winter snows. How do I fill up a room meant for two, when the only thing missing is everything? It's you. It's so quiet now, just the dust in the light, just the four empty corners and the long, lonely night, the space you left behind. It's all I have left of you.